quick, since it's already out, Diablo 3. I know you guys were like eating his balls a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's like how many years was it since Diablo 2? It was like 12 years. 12. Diablo 3 just came out recently. I mean, a month or two ago. It's a very nerdy game.
Very,
it's
online.
You pick one of.
It's no World of Warcraft, but it is nerdy.
Yeah, you pick one.
You said it's no World of Warcraft.
It's not as nerdy as World of Warcraft.
I
played World of Warcraft, so I'm allowed to say that the World of Warcraft is nerdy. I'm allowed to say that.
For Jeremy Granja, I mean not Jeremy George. It's funny because you remind me of my friend George. Jeremy's his little brother, but it's funny because he got hooked on that for like 6 months. Yeah. And we never saw him for 6 months.
Oh yeah.
And when he came out, he was like, "Oh, I was hooked on World of Warcraft."
Yeah, people they'll tell people that they can't
lose their job.
Yeah, is it? But okay, I never know.
It's an excellent game.
Have you ever played World of Warcraft?
No, but
fantastic.
It's too nerdy. I can't do that. It's too.
I've played
for
games
any
like that.
for any RPG / MMO, anybody who loves those genres, they will love World of Warcraft. I mean. It is an excellent. It's a well-made game. It's extremely nerdy, very nerdy. I mean, it is like the nerdiest of things that exist. But it's a very good game. You can't stop playing it because it's a good game.
It doesn't matter how nerdy the game is.
My younger brother plays it. He plays on occasion, and it just makes me want to go back and play it again. But I will never put myself through that.
Okay, so let me ask you, because again, I'm this is not my bag, baby. You guys can talk a lot right now. But okay, all right, here's the question. Is it true that people get so sucked up into these, because you create your own character?
Yeah.
You can have sex with other characters. I mean, just to bring us, I'm 40-year-old man. And I heard, you never heard about that? Like you can have like cyber sex with other characters, no?
I mean,
in World of Warcraft.
In World of Warcraft, no? Nothing like that?
You can speak dirty nerd language.
Yeah.
like sex.
So then what sucks you into it?
Level 2 seduction.
So you're saying that
I mean, if I was a kid and I'm banging some guy who says he's a chick, I don't care.
I will cast my level 2 seduction spell on you.
I mean, what is the draw of MMOs is the fact that you have this character and you want to build them, and it's not just World of Warcraft. It's any MMO. Because most of them work the same way. You have a leveling system. You have some gear-based system that determines. I mean, like. The whole point of the game is to get gear and earn money and get things like that and do quests and you keep I don't know, it just keeps you hooked because you want to.
It's like your life outside of life.
Yeah, there's just things you want in the game.
Your life meshes around that life.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There's things that you want in the game. It's a goal-based game that keeps you hooked because you want to get to the next point. There is no end. That's the problem. That's the problem with World of Warcraft, things like that. Is that, I mean, yes, you reach the max level, but there's still gear, there's still things to do, there's things you want, and so you just don't stop playing.
There's always stuff added, there's more quests
exactly.
to do, there's more gear added.
By the time you hit the max level and you're
bored, is this a game that's currently still popular?
Yeah,
or is it done now?
I think it's on the downfall, but I think there's still millions of people playing it.
Yeah.
They peaked at like 12 million players or something. So when I was playing that, at least I don't know now, but I mean I can look that up.
So you're saying Diablo 3 is not like it in what aspect?
Oh, it's a very different game. It's just not. It's not as nerdy as World of Warcraft.
It has more of a storyline.
It's made more for adults. I think just the Diablo franchise in general.
And why is there sex in this?
No. First of all, it has
older
I want sex in video games.
Its ESRB rating is M. So technically, unless your mom buys it for you, you're supposed to be 17 years old and up.
Well, I break the rules, but yeah, that's me.
It was Lee, right on last television.
And so, I mean, basically, it's you pick a character, you could be nerdy, or a wizard, or a demon hunter, or stuff like that. You level up, you get new stuff. It's essentially what Jeremy was saying. But the part that I like the most is that you're able to play it with other people in the same sense of the MMORPGs, like WoW. I play it with my best friend. He's in the Marine Corps. He's states away from me, and so that's kind of our way of keeping up with each other. That's our way of hanging out, through the.
Why is it called Diablo? Is it a horror-based story?
It is about the devil in this world, not necessarily the Christian devil. It's just about a demon who is essentially trying to rise up into the mortal world and take over. And so eventually, actually, in Diablo 3, which is kind of a neat little idea, is he actually finds his way in the heaven-like surroundings, and so he actually invades the I think they're called the Diamond Gates. They're not the Pearly Gates. But he actually infiltrates, and so you have a demon in heaven, which makes for an interesting story.
But me, for a person who doesn't play MMOs, I find it that harder to get into the game, considering the fact that there is more of a storyline than there is in a game like World of Warcraft.
No, actually, I think with Diablo, I mean, there is a storyline, but it's more of it's a hack and slash. So it's not an MMORPG like World of Warcraft is. I mean, it's an online game. People play it, and it's an RPG. You level up your character and you have abilities and things, but it's not the same leveling system as World of Warcraft. It's not nearly. I mean, it's just different. It's not the same game at all, and so I think it's more appealing to the non-RPG MMO fan base.
You get to kill demons.
Yeah, and you go around and you're like a god in this video game. I mean, you walk around and if you want to, you kill just thousands of enemies with no problem. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun because you're just mowing down people. That's what's fun.
So that's what people dig, like you said, mowing down.
And I found
people. You get to feel like a badass without actually doing one in real life.
Oh, and by the way, World of Warcraft in December of this past year was peak. It was at 10.2 million players, and it dropped 100,000. So it's on the decline, but there's still 10.2 million.
There's still 10 million playing.
Technology, man.
Oh yeah, it only took me like 6 minutes.
Well, he was looking up. That's why I have all my technology to look up facts. And
I mean, you can't look anything up with the mouse.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about I got everything's working. The internet's working now. Yeah, I had no internet yesterday, which is why I couldn't edit the promo. But anyway,
That's rough.
So then okay.
To edit it?
Huh?
You have to have internet to edit your promo?
No.
I was gonna say.
Well, that's true. I didn't need it, but I wanted to put it up on YouTube right away.
Okay, fair enough. That's that.
Yeah. All right, so we got Diablo 3 out of the way. So the next big game to come out. What do you keep yakking about? What game is it that you keep saying that's coming out next week?
The game that I've been addicted to since early 2000s is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3Ds is coming out July 31st for all you fans out there. But it's
Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Kingdom Hearts 3D. That's it. No tagline like.
Well, so 3D means Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, that's actually cool. I like that. And what's the point of the story?
Well, it's finally continuing on with the Kingdom Hearts story. I don't want to say anything for those people who are like, oh, that sounds interesting and want to play the game. But it's been a while since the game has started.
So how many years after?
I think it started around 2000.
No, I told you, Kingdom Hearts, the first one came out in the 90s.
Look it up.
I'm going to look it up. Keep talking about it. I'm going to look it up.
But anyways, it started a while ago, and it's about...
the youth of America have no concept of time.
It came out on PS2.
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah, but in the 90s, the late 90s. No, come on.
It came out early 2000.
Your thing is probably faster than mine, but you let me know if I'm right or wrong. Kingdom Hearts.
I know, but those are good games. I haven't played them in forever.
I think it's...
My nephew
it's like an RPG. You're the... I don't want to say anything without ruining any information, but...
Okay, well, let's assume that the people that played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, what is this one picking up?
Yeah, you're talking to the people who want to suck its dick.
It's for...
2002.
See? What'd I tell you?
That was the first one.
Yeah.
How can it be? He was out of my house by then. He played Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, look, you're wrong. Alright. Basically, it's continuing on with the story, and Sora and Riku are training to become Keyblade Masters. Okay. And that's what they're doing.
Where did Kingdom Hearts 2 leave off?
It left off with Sora finding the door to light and defeating Xemnas, the leader of Organization 13.
Alright, but let me ask you real quick before you continue. Wasn't this the big Walt Disney World game? Because Walt Disney
it was Disney and Square Enix that combined to make...
have they kept to that? Because my nephew was hooked on Kingdom Hearts. And I remember what I liked about it was that there was some Disney characters playing with these Japanese animation people.
Yes.
So in part 2, did they continue that? Were there more Disney? So in part 3, are there even more Disney characters?
See, I think there were less Disney characters, but more Disney-like qualities. Like, there's the magic and the abilities.
What does that mean?
The magic and the abilities are more, they're more like the Square Enix games.
Okay,
but, but the enemies are becoming more childlike.
Square Enix is Final Fantasy. And stuff
yeah,
like
okay, yeah, no. Jap animation junk. So I'm saying Portal, no. Okay, so let me ask you this. Are there any Disney characters in 3?
Yes.
Okay, so, but it's like Mickey, besides Mickey, like, is the Beast still in it? The Beast was one of the characters.
I don't think he's in this game.
I think those are temporary, because you go from, like,
you go to different
Disney movie to Disney movie. So you had Beauty and the Beast, you had Tarzan.
Little Mermaid?
In the first game, yes.
Little Mermaid was in it?
Yes.
Little Mermaid was in that one.
Oh, it's hot. She's hot. I like Little Mermaid.
That's gross.
That's gross.
That's gross. She's like catfish.
It's like she's a catfish.
But yeah, they switched worlds. They switched Disney worlds because there's so many. They had their own made world called Traverse Town in the beginning, and they had Tarzan's Jungle.
So Tarzan was a character.
Yeah, he was one of them. I mean, he's not the main character.
Goofy was Goofy in it?
Yes, Goofy and Donald are Sora's partners, but not in 3Ds. In 3Ds, Sora is traveling on his own.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say because I mean, like I said, I'm not into what. So Square Enix did Tomb Raiders
and Hitman.
And Hitman.
Tomb Raider was awesome.
That's actually. And my wife Emily is hooked on Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider was the greatest thing I ever played when I was 3. So
you told me you're into Hitman.
I'm excited for the new Hitman.
Hitman was good too.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And this is what Hitman 3.
That's ready to go. Hitman,
I was young when all these games come out, but I remember
the fourth gonna be the fourth, I think, installment.
So compare Hitman with Assassin's Creed.
Hitman and Assassin's. They're kind of different. Assassin's Creed, you're running around. You're from the.
They're more elaborate.
You're in history. Rather than Hitman. In Hitman, you're okay. I see the simulation. I mean the similarities of hitting. Yeah, hitting your contract. I guess. Okay. Hitman, it's more modern. There's the draw to Hitman games is that you're able to take out your target with like a plethora of different things. You can poison this food. You can drop like things on them. You pick. There's one thing that I absolutely loved in Hitman, the last one, Blood Money, where you're in a theater and you actually replace the prop pistol with a real one, and that's just one of the options. You can just go. You can outright shoot them. But the fun part is being discreet about it, and so the guy actually ends up getting shot by another actor, and your hands run on that kill.
Those of you that played the Elder Scrolls games, you know those awesome, the best quests in the game where you can drop like a stone statue, a gargoyle on a person. Mm-hmm. That's what Hitman is. I mean, those kinds of quests. That's all that Hitman is. It's just like it's an assassination.
You're the Dark Brother.
Yeah, have you ever played Hitman?
Yeah, Hitman. I have played it. I was younger. So, I mean, I'm a little sketchy on my memory.
Yeah, I thought
you probably just walked up and shot him right from there, right?
I like doing that. That was fun, too.
Killing
everybody. It was harder. It's hard to do that, but it was fun. I've been playing games a long time, since I could hold a controller. But
he played the Atari, Super NES, all that good stuff.
No, I played Nintendo 64. I didn't get the Super NES.
Actually, my sister, who you met, Charlie, they have every single game console that's ever come out, and they actually
take me there.
Steven, my nephew that you met.
You don't want to play those games.
I want to play.
No, he played like
I will play those games.
Pong, they're fun.
I mean, like with Nintendo, like they could plug in the original Nintendo and play.
Those are fun. Those are fun for about
games.
This many minutes.
About that many. About as many as you can hold on your hands.
Contra? That game's addicting. I can play that game for a couple hours.
No, I mean, it's already hours. I mean, you couldn't have what you have now without it.
Of course.
So, yeah, I can't complain.
There's a few games that you can play for a while.
Oh, I like
Pong.
Pong.
Well, again, and I don't know if they have it here. I mean,
Galaga.
I always like to talk up things from New York. Not to say, I mean, I'm here in Texas now. But I'm saying in New York, at the Museum of Moving Image, one of the highlights of the past 10 years was that they had a thing where it was called, what was it called? It was like Pixels or something. And it started from the beginning of video game conception to like up to Halo at the time it was Halo. And I remember it was cool. You walked into the room and you first walked into like 1970s, like arcade place. And they had like the Jaws game. And you could actually play these games. And then you'd walk into the 80s and they had like, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. And then you walk in the last room and then it was just computer games. And it was great. And somebody told me, I don't know if it was your mom or somebody else, that they had something like that here at the Children's Museum. And it's just cool to see the evolution of video game, and actually play them. Like, you can like, let me play Pong, and it sucks. Cool. Let me go play Mario Brothers, and so on. And I think that's actually really cool.